What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be working on the 331 Hemi, or should I say the 341.5 Hemi, seeing how we did have it 60 over bore. Now, this thing has a lot to be done to it before it's ready to be reassembled. It does need to go back to another machine shop to get it completely cleaned one last time. This thing was still chock full of rust, so I've been going through and I've been cleaning out all of the passageways were just completely clogged. Some of them were completely like sealed off. So after I cleaned it up, I threw some penetrant oil down in there, and I'll keep doing that, and I'll try flushing it out as best I can before we bring it down to a machine shop for the second clean and the final clean. Now, every single edge of this block has been touched, and except for the top of the cylinders. We don't want to have these things rounded over. They'll actually promote the possibility of blowing the head gasket. So everything else, though, we wanted to clean up because we are going to be pushing this block way past the manufacturer's specifications and what they intended to use it for. So this will hopefully reduce the chances of stress fractures along edges. So let's round them over. Doesn't have to be extreme. As you can see, it's just enough to just knock it down. There was, I believe in the 50s, there were airplanes that were flying around with rectangular windows, and they would actually fracture right on the edges. So that's why they switched over to rounded. Anytime you can get rid of a sharp edge, you're going to have yourself a better time. That's the best way I can put it. The other thing was I will put a little video right here of just how bad the castings were for where the oil's flowing down the valley and then onto the cam and then, you know, back down to the bottom. Now, one thing I am kind of disappointed about, when they cleaned this block, they didn't take, and I did request them, I requested them to take the cam bearings out, and as you can see, they're still there, as well as a few of the oil journal plugs are still in there. So we have to remove them. When it goes through the second clean, I'll make sure they're pulled out before then. But as you can see, let's see if I can't bring my phone up here and turn the flash on. I've been working on cleaning up the valley because the valley was pretty bad, like I showed you. It's a lot better now. I do want to get it a little bit better. Once it goes through its second clean, we will, I'll contemplate painting the inside of it. I don't really think we need to because the rest of the casting looks pretty straightforward. I don't see where that would be a requirement. Also, I'm always worried about the paint going, you know, down with it and causing all kinds of problems. So we're going to avoid doing that. So anyways, so I'll leave you guys with the footage of what I've been working on. And I got to say, this is pretty hard steel. I mean, I'm using tungsten. Oh, and one other disappointed thing, they were supposed to remove the, let's see, turn the flashlight off on my phone. They were supposed to remove one of the bolts that broke off holding the oil pan on. Fortunately, it was just the oil pan. And unfortunately, this is inside my basement, not my garage. So that means I don't have my welder in here, which means I had to do the removing of the broken bolt the old-fashioned way. Oh, you can hear the rust that I knocked out while cleaning inside of all of the coolant areas and the coolant jackets, all the pathways. It was just right full. But we had a broken bolt here, and they accidentally forgot to take that out. So I tried using one of my easy outs. That decided it wanted to break, so I had to use a carbide bit to remove the incredibly hard steel of the easy out. Once I had that out, I just drilled it the rest of the way out, and I retapped it. And as you can see, throw the little tap in there. She is all betterer. Much betterer. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning up around here. As you can see, there's a lot of metal on the ground. And, you know, we don't want to leave them, you know, just checking around. It'll end up all throughout the house. So go ahead and clean up, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. And remember, a little goes a long way when removing metal. Be very careful, because you can only take it off. You can't put it back on. Well, guys, I hope you liked the update. I know we have a long way before we're ready to start reassembling the block, and I still need to get the connecting rods and everything, so still a long way. But once we have this thing deburred and I'm happy with where we're sitting, I am going to bring it out into the garage and mock up the engine mounts, as well as start. I have to buy the adapter kit so I can hook this 833 onto this beast, and we'll start mocking up the well, pretty much everything. And then once we're happy with it, and I think that this thing's gonna be ready, we'll pull it back off, because I don't want to assemble it until I know that the truck is ready for it, in case I need to take it in and out, because I don't want this thing to get dirty in the inside. So anyways, once we're done deburring, we'll clean it up by hand, bring it out, start mocking up the mounts. Once we're all happy with that, and we have progressed a little bit further with the truck, and we have the suspension, we know what our geometry is, we'll then bring this back down to the machine, or yeah, it'll probably end up going down to Dan Bandel next, because we still need to bring the crank to get the whole rotating assembly balanced. So it's nice to just bring everything down to a place at once. Anyways, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content today. I gotta say, I'm really happy working on this thing finally. It's been a while, but big things are happening. So until the next time, guys, remember, keep her shiny side up, and God bless.